Hey everyone. So if you saw my last post on the community tab of the channel, you'll probably understand what we're embarking on right here. To put things briefly, about 2 years ago, I moved from central Illinois to western Illinois, right along the banks of the Mississippi River, and I didn't expect to find what I found here about a week ago. Walking along the banks of the river, in that I was able to find some carnelian agates and some superior agates, which really surprised me. I don't know, can you see the river behind me there? So I thought I'd come and try to do the same thing all over again and bring you along. Last week I forgot to bring my camera, and we'll try to do it again this week, and if not, it'll be what it'll be. So let's see what we can find today. Just about 20 feet from where I just was, just walking up the path, I find it's a tiny one, but I find a little piece of agate. So we're going to grab that. It's very tiny, but agate nonetheless. So here's another example of a tiny piece. I know some of the people up in Lake Superior area would probably laugh at me picking up these tiny little shards, but so be it. If you think about it, this actually surprised me, finding this all the way this far down the Mississippi. I didn't think I would find anything that isn't anything there. You think about it, you know, it's tumbled down the river and gotten ground up into little tiny bits and pieces, and so it makes sense that I'm not finding huge pieces down here. So there's a nice piece of carnelian right there. Again, small, but that's actually a pretty decent size for what I've been finding. I can find a use for that, so I'm going to take it. Here it looks like another piece of carnelian. Now this I would consider banded jasper, but this, I don't know whether it's properly banded jasper or whether it would be considered agate. It's a nice little piece. Certainly among the bigger pieces I found that had banding in it. That's a nice little piece too. So most of the native rock around here is chert or limestone, and so the idea of finding any sort of agates is actually quite unique and incredible. I don't know. Here's a nice piece of jasper. I don't know if this sandbar that I'm working right now, here's a piece of feldspar, looks like, was stuff that was dredged up from the river and thrown up here, or because we're a good amount above the water, and I don't know if it was dredged up and thrown up here or whether this was hauled in here. I'm not really certain, but regardless, I don't know that I've seen some banded chert quite like this. That's a nice piece. I think I'm going to take that with me. Usually it's not that distinct. So I'm not showing you everything that I find. I'm finding a lot of jasper. The dark red jasper that has very likely has hematite in it. This looks like it has a quartz vein going through it. Some of it is, ooh, now there's a piece of carnelian, I think. We'll see here. We're going to have to take that back and take a closer look at that. I think there's some clarity there. But there's some of this jasper that I'm finding that has some clear spots in it, and almost it makes it look like it's granite, but I think it's actually quartz and not quartz, but agate and jasper together. So I'm picking up a lot of that material, and I'll take it back home and get it cleaned up and show you pictures later. So here's a piece I just found, and it looks rough, not waxy like we typically look for, and it looks like it's been, I don't know if there's score marks from being ground on the side or whether those are like a pattern or a grain in the stone, but it seems somewhat translucent. So I'm going to take that home, wash it up, and see if we can't get a better look at that. Now, let me just interject here. I have no idea what I'm looking at. It appears to have these needles on the inside, and I don't know if it's something that is petrified, fossilized of something, or whether it is a certain specific kind of agate. If you have any idea, please leave a note in the comments. One of these days, I'm going to make a really long video showing you what I have intended with these little pieces, but it's going to be a project. Some brief moments of sunlight, and boy, that really makes pieces pop out. That's a nice piece. one is amazing. Now, typically I don't spend a whole lot of time on white rocks. Let's see if you can see that. Look at those bands in there. So we get a lot of quartzite, and I'm not sure whether they're just chalcedony nodules or things that don't have any sort of pattern in there. But this is absolutely amazing. That is a nice piece. Can you see the bands? There's a little tiny nodule I just found. It's a little bit of red on one side. It's complete, unlike most of the stuff I find, which is cracked. There's a little tiny piece there, and a little bit bigger piece right there. It's a piece of dark jasper, it looks like, but I like that veining in there, so I think I'm going to take that with me. Well, I've had enough success here that I think this is going to be a regular thing after a good rain, to come out and see what new stuff has been exposed. But I'm going to call it a day. I don't know how well you can see, but it's getting a little bit dark in the west. The wind is picking up a little bit more, and I think it might start raining. So I haven't gone but maybe a third of the distance of this sand dune, and I feel like I've had some real good luck. So maybe we'll start doing videos again. I've missed doing rock hounding videos. There's another piece. I've missed doing rock hounding videos. I've missed the glacial till of my homeland, 3 hours away. So this is good. This is good. So I'll meet you back, and I'll finish up the video with some pictures of some of the material that I didn't show the collection of. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you the next time around.